There were many whispers among them. Who is this guy? He looks impressive and has a strong presence. You don't know? TVB stock has dropped, and Sir Shah has lost quite a bit of assets. Then someone bought in, acquiring 20 of the shares. Could it be that he is now the second largest shareholder of TVB? Exactly. Sir Shah only holds 30. Now that someone has acquired 20, I bet the chairman of TVB might have to be replaced. No way. Sir Shah would never sell TVB. It's his lifeblood. Absolutely impossible. A group of people looked at Qin Fei in shock, completely unable to fathom that such a young man, younger than them, could challenge Sir Shah and acquire 20 of TVB shares, becoming the largest shareholder. They were truly astonished. Some sharp-eyed individuals approached Qin Fei without hesitation. With big smiles, they said, "Hello, Mr. Qin. Congratulations on joining TVB. You are now the second largest shareholder of TVB, our boss. Long live the boss. This must be the boss's sister. Indeed, a noble young lady, so charming." A group of popular actresses also moved closer to greet Qin Yao. "Hello, Miss Qin. Your bag is beautiful. Isn't it the latest crocodile bag from LV, worth over 100,000 Hong Kong dollars? Yes. Wow, that bag is gorgeous. The outfit you're wearing from Paris is also stunning. Miss Qin, you truly are from a wealthy family. Miss Qin, do you have a phone number? I would love to be friends with you, hee hee." Some popular actresses were trying to get Qin Yao's contact information. Qin Yao was now elated, feeling elevated. This feeling was wonderful. She was well aware that this was all because of her brother. Her brother was the second largest shareholder of TVB, second only to Sir Shah. They were all speculating about Qin Fei's wealth. After he left, they continued discussing in hushed tones. What is the value of TVB's shares now? 20 of the stocks must be a substantial amount of money. Even if the stock price is at 60, it should be worth 60 billion Hong Kong dollars. 60 billion Hong Kong dollars? Wow, that is a lot. The billionaires of Hong Kong are only at 0. One of that. I didn't expect Mr. Qin to be so wealthy. Exactly, TVB has lost quite a bit of value. Sir Shah has lost too much money. He probably can't even come up with 60 billion Hong Kong dollars. Indeed, Sir Shah has suffered significant losses in TVB stocks. The recent downturn has caused him to lose a lot of money, and his cash flow must be minimal. Most of his assets are probably fixed real estate that can't be easily converted to cash. It was precisely for this reason that Qin Fei dared to manipulate TVB's shares. He was not afraid of Sir Shah trying to regain control of TVB's shares. The other party has no cash, and with Hang Seng's sharp decline, even if Sir Shao mortgages his real estate to the bank would not lend him money. During the 2008 financial crisis, several banks in Hong Kong were on the verge of bankruptcy. He is the one holding the most cash. And together with the general manager in front of him, he arrived at the most important department of TVB, which is the TV Drama and Program Planning Group. Every day, various discussions about TV dramas and programs take place here. The planning group decides on the viewership ratings of a drama and whether it can continue filming. There are many renowned directors in the planning group, originally famous TV drama directors in Hong Kong. Among them are several big-name directors who have also directed films. TVB truly has a wealth of talent. How could it not be popular with top film directors making TV dramas? This place has the best directing talent, which is TVB's greatest advantage. As Qin Fei entered, some big directors greeted him. "Hello, Mr. Qin." Qin Fei nodded and sat beside Qin Yao to listen to the program arrangements. At this moment, the room door was pushed open again. Sir Shao unexpectedly arrived here. Upon entering, he glanced at Qin Fei indifferently. The two met again, but this time, it seemed as if neither recognized the other, behaving like strangers. Sir Shao merely glanced over with a calm expression, walked up, and directly sat in his designated position, which is also the main chairman's position. At the center, at the front, he holds the power to veto any drama. This means that as long as Sir Shao feels that a drama is uninteresting, he can directly halt its production. This is Sir Shao's power. Qin Yao looked over with admiration. She is still a fan of Sir Shao. "Brother, it's really Sir Shao. Wow, TVB setup is so grand. Indeed, the chairman of TVB is impressive. Look, with Sir Shao sitting there, those directors don't dare to speak." Indeed, as soon as Sir Shao sat down, the big directors immediately adopted a serious attitude. Someone stood up and handed over a prepared document. Mr. Xiao, here are the recent viewership ratings for TVB dramas and programs. Recently, we've been filming a popular Hong Kong romantic drama. The popularity has increased well, however. A Hong Kong urban investigation drama has lost some viewership. Chapter 48, The End of Sir Xiao's Era. Sir Xiao picked up the script and looked at it calmly, saying, "Well, let us wrap up that urban detective drama from Hong Kong. Finish it in at most 2 episodes. And increase the airing time for another Hong Kong romance drama to prime time." The expression of a major director changed dramatically, looking quite unpleasant, as this was the drama he was responsible for. He stood up, sighed, and reluctantly agreed. After all, no matter what he said, he couldn't salvage the urban detective drama he had directed. All right, Mr. Xiao. Qin Yao was disappointed to hear that an urban detective drama was ending. She hadn't expected the chairman to wield such power. Just like that, he could end a TV series. This also illustrated the cruel elimination system of TVB. If a drama's ratings were poor, it was directly canceled to prepare for the next one. After all, TVB in Hong Kong was not lacking in major directors, with more than 10 well-known ones around. Especially under the current financial crisis, they weren't worried about them jumping ship. With a single command, Sir Xiao held the reins of power. This authority was what Qin Fei yearned for. Being the second largest shareholder of TVB didn't mean much. If he couldn't acquire the most shares to become the largest shareholder, being second meant he had no real power and could only share in a portion of the profits. He held 20 of the shares, but it was not just for the box office profits from TVB. After discussing the programs and dramas for half an hour, it finally came to an end. Sir Xiao stood up, intending to leave, when Qin Fei took the initiative to approach him. "Sir Xiao, long time no see. Last time we met at the Li family, and now we meet again." Qin Fei smiled, but Sir Xiao couldn't return the smile. He genuinely hadn't expected this young man to be so formidable. In less than a few days, he had driven down his own TVB shares. Even without the support of the Li family, this kid could still affect TVB's stock. It was clear he was determined to acquire TVB shares, and the other party appeared vibrant and proud. Sir Xiao felt a wave of aging wash over him. If he were 10 years younger, perhaps he could have directly scolded this young man. How shameless and audacious. But now, he didn't even have the strength to scold. With TVB's stock price dropping and the other party acquiring 20 of the shares, it was possible he would surpass him at 30. With a hint of lamentation, Sir Xiao said, 100 years of TVB, 100 years of Hong Kong. Young man, why do you want to acquire TVB? It's not worth tens of billions of Hong Kong dollars. It's now just a shell, a remnant of Hong Kong's glory. After the decline of Hong Kong entertainment, TVB has truly become just a shell. Indeed, TVB now certainly couldn't compare to the past. If we're talking about actual value, it wasn't worth over 1,000 billion Hong Kong dollars anymore. He couldn't understand why this guy was so intent on going against TVB. Qin Fei remained calm, ruffling Qin Yao's hair and saying lightly, "My sister wants to be the princess of TVB, Hong Kong's #1 princess. So, this is to help her realize her dream." Sir Xiao was stunned for a moment, not expecting such a simple reason. He glanced at Qin Yao again, then turned his gaze back to Qin Fei and asked, "Now that you have 20 of the shares, what do you plan to do? Continue to drive down TVB?" Qin Fei smiled and replied, "No, I plan to buy the bottom of TVB's stock." "Sir Xiao, you can keep your 30 shares. No need to sell. When the time comes, I will acquire all of TVB's stocks, taking 50 of the shares. I won't need your 30. I can still become the majority shareholder of TVB." The confidence in Qin Fei's eyes left Sir Xiao a bit dazed, and he forced a bitter smile. He didn't say anything further and turned to leave, but his back clearly showed a hint of desolation. Sir Xiao's era had come to an end. Now was his time. He would stand at the pinnacle of Hong Kong and fulfill the true grandeur of the Qin family. He would help his sister Qin Yao achieve her dream of being the princess of Hong Kong. Qin Yao's health was improving, but that was not enough. In his previous life, Qin Yao had been sick and spent time in the hospital, missing out on enjoying the good life he provided. She hadn't experienced any of it, and in this life, he was determined to ensure she truly enjoyed it. He wanted her to become the genuine first princess. Holding on to TVB stocks and keeping the funds invested, Qin Fei didn't plan to withdraw them directly. He would wait until TVBS stock rose a bit more to extract profits, taking out enough funds when the time was right. Even if he traded in Hong Kong stocks, he wouldn't need hundreds of billions of Hong Kong dollars. 100 billion would be enough for him to operate. Today, he received a call from Yang Yi. She wanted him to go to the mainland with her. After helping her secure a few advertisements, she particularly wanted to return home for a visit and tell her parents about her current achievements. She had already booked the boat tickets and planned to meet him there. Qin Fei agreed. This time, Yang Yi had made money in mainland commercial advertising, investing a lot in an entertainment company. Now, she could finally openly take her earnings. He readily agreed and set a meeting time at the dock. Without telling Qin Yao, Qin Fei soon arrived at the dock and saw Yang Yi, who was wearing a sun hat and had a charming smile. As he approached, she hugged his arm like a couple. Cousin, I told my parents that I'm very popular in Hong Kong now, and many people know me. They didn't believe me. They said I was lying. Hee. If they come to Hong Kong, they know how famous I am. Indeed, Yang Yi's fame had skyrocketed due to a Hong Kong film that grossed 30 million Hong Kong dollars. Just as she took off her sun hat, someone recognized her, and a group of excited Hong Kong travelers rushed over. ISNT, this the lead actress of Cloudy Hong Kong. Yang baby? Wow, I love her role so much. Miss Yang, I'm your fan. Please give me an autograph. Miss Yang, I didn't expect to see you here. I heard you are from Beijing. I'm from Beijing too. We're hometown folks. Baby, I like you. I'll always support you. Suddenly surrounded by people, Yang Yi enjoyed the star treatment, signing autographs and happily greeting everyone. After helping a few fans, she clung to Qin Fei's arm and waved goodbye. Thank you all for your support. My cousin and I are leaving Hong Kong for a few days. See you all. After saying that, she pulled Qin Fei onto the boat, her face radiant with confidence. Hee, cousin, look, my popularity is so high, and my parents actually don't believe it. I'm going to film all of this and show it to them when I get back. She took out the latest model of a smartphone to capture the scene of her fans celebrating, planning to show it to Yang Fong and her aunt after returning. Qin Fei watched with a smile, not stopping her. The two took the boat and arrived at the mainland. Yang Yi was very familiar with the area, and with her things packed, she was full of enthusiasm. Cousin, should we go playing Guangdong? There are so many things there. Oh, we can also go to the Magic City. I heard it's developing well now. I can take you to the beach. There's a private beach in Beijing that's really fun. Seeing Yang Yi's enthusiasm, Qin Fei smiled and pinched her nose. You come here thinking about having fun right away? This time, you have an important business collaboration. This is your first time doing commercial advertising in the mainland. You need to take it seriously. Sticking out her tongue, Yang Yi pouted playfully. The company ISNT run by you, cousin. If you let me take a break, then I'll have a holiday. After I finish filming the advertisement, I'll play with you. Qin Fei nodded in agreement and called Zhao Liang to inquire about Yang Yi's advertising arrangements. Yang Yi's assistant, several female assistants, and the manager had all been arranged. Now that Yang Yi was a big star, these people had to be immediately organized. There were many things to handle, and Yang Yi obediently followed his instructions. In a short while, Yang Fong arrived in an Audi to pick them up. When they reached the dock and saw Yang Yi, Yang Fong was momentarily stunned to see his daughter after a long time. The next second, he smiled and said, "It's been a few days, and our Yi has really changed. Girls grow up 18 times. Yang Fong's laughter made Yang Yi smile and say, "Dad, I'm not called Yi anymore. You should call me by my stage name. Baby, that's the name my cousin gave me, and now many people in Hong Kong know it." Yang Fong was completely surprised. "Really? You've actually become famous in Hong Kong?" Yang Yi confidently raised her small head, exuding an indescribable self-assurance. "Of course. I'm a big star now. My cousin helped me get ads in the mainland, all starting from 5 million renminbi. One commercial is 5 million. Yang Fong couldn't believe it. He never imagined that his daughter could land a 5 million renminbi advertisement. If it were true, Yang Yi would earn a lot from the profits. Big money. Yang Fong was utterly shocked. "No way. Our EE gets 5 million renminbi for a single ad. And I've been in business for so many years and still haven't saved up 5 million. It was true. After so many years, he had never saved that much. Yet Yang Yi could earn so much from a single commercial. Now he believed Qin Fei's words were not wrong. His daughter was genuinely successful and impressive. How could he not be happy? He was overjoyed and quickly grabbed Qin Fei's hand to get into the car. Laughing, he said, "I need to call her mom. If she knows that one ad can bring in 5 million renminbi, she'll be so happy. Xiao Fei, this is all thanks to you. Without you, how could our E become a big star? Just look at her proud demeanor." Yang Yi was also holding on to Qin Fei's arm, refusing to let go. Being extremely affectionate, she wrinkled her nose and coquettishly said, "I know my cousin is amazing, so I came this time to help my cousin earn big money. Whatever my cousin wants me to shoot, I'll do it to help him make a lot of money." Qin Fei smiled slightly and followed Yang Fong into the car, accompanying Yang Yi back to the Yang family. Now, there was no time to meet Zhao Liying. Chapter 49. Zhao Liying really got jealous returning to the place where the Yang family lived. Yang Yi immediately boasted to her aunt, making it clear that she couldn't believe that the other person had actually become a big star in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is such a big place with so many people. How could you become a star? Yang Yi pouted and said, "Now they shoot commercials for 5 million renminbi. By the way, Mom, here's a photo I took. Look at how many fans I have, and I've even been interviewed by reporters." Her aunt was surprised when she saw the photos Yang Yi took, not expecting that their daughter had become a big star. Being a big star in mainland China is a very proud and promising thing. Her aunt's face was filled with astonishment, unable to believe it as she looked at Yang Fong. "No way, our E really became a big star." Yang Fong laughed and said, "Of course, this is all thanks to Xiao Fei. He helped our Yang Yi sign up for a beauty pageant and then got her into a movie by a big director in Hong Kong. Now, after one movie, our E is famous, and she even has a female assistant and agent. Just one commercial is worth 5 million renminbi." Only then did her aunt confirm it. This was incredible, and it was all thanks to Qin Fei. She was very warm and cheerful towards Qin Fei, saying, "Xiao Fei, we have to thank you for Yi's success. Yi, you must listen to your cousin and not throw tantrums. Only your cousin can forgive you." "I won't forgive you." Yang Yi stuck out her tongue and immediately replied, "I will definitely listen, and when I start making money, I will repay my cousin well." Her aunt nodded repeatedly, saying, "That's right. If it weren't for Xiao Fei, how could you become a big star?" Yang Yi agreed wholeheartedly, saying she would gladly help Qin Fei with commercials for free. However, Qin Fei certainly wouldn't do that. There would still be profit sharing. Generally, the revenue share is 10 for commercial activities. The company would give her a 10 cut of the advertising. So for 5 million renminbi, she would still receive 500,000 RMB. This is already a lot in mainland China, enough to buy a villa in Beijing or Shenzhen. In addition, she could also take on private advertising contracts, which would count as Yang Yi's personal income. As for how much she could negotiate, it all depended on her ability. Making over 1 million RMB for a single contract wouldn't be a problem. Hearing Qin Fei's explanation, her aunt was stunned, finally realizing that her daughter had become a cash cow. One advertisement could earn 500,000 RMB, and if she wanted to take on private ads, she could directly earn over 1 million. She was still in shock. A house in Beijing or Shenzhen only costs about 500,000 RMB. So our E can earn the price of a house in one go. 2 ads could buy a villa. Thinking about the possibility of buying a villa made her laugh heartily, and Yang Fong was also very happy. Their family really had to rely on Qin Fei. Now that their daughter was thriving, they were sure to prosper. Once Yang Yi received her advertising fees, Yang Fong also planned to buy several houses and villas in Beijing and Shenzhen. He had been renting out houses for Qin Fei, and after a month, he felt that the profit margin for housing prices in Beijing and Shenzhen was significant. He brought out a bottle of Matai and poured Qin Fei a drink, not forgetting to smile and say, "Xiao Fei, renting out properties in and out of the border is so easy now. The rent for one unit is almost up to 2,000 RMB. At this rate, we could earn quite a bit from the rent." Qin Fei had anticipated this. It was just the beginning of the price increase, and rents would rise even more in the future. The landlords in Beijing and Shenzhen were truly impressive. Her aunt also mentioned Yang Yi's earnings and glanced at her own living situation, smiling as she said, "When E makes money, we'll move to a more than 100 square meter elevator building and maybe buy a few sea view villas. We can consider ourselves wealthy in Hong Kong." As long as Yang Yi became a big star, the Yang family would never lack money. Yang Fong poured wine for Qin Fei, enjoying the pure taste of Matai, and thought about Matai stocks. He also suggested to Yang Fong, Uncle Fong, the stock price of Matai has risen significantly. When you have money, you should buy more Matai stocks. Don't buy right now. Wait a few years and sell when the price hits 1,000. Yang Fong couldn't believe it. He knew Matai and was currently observing the trends of the Shanghai and Shenzhen A shares. He recognized Qin Fei's strength and had no doubts. He just felt that the profit was terrifying. Matai is currently around 200 to 300 renminbi, and sometimes even drops below 100 renminbi. If what you say is true, Matai could increase tenfold. Haha, I definitely believe in Xiao Fei's strength. I will buy more Matai to keep. After the financial crisis in 2008, for the average person, just buying Matai stocks was enough. It was bound to be profitable. As long as you hold on to it for the long term, a tenfold return is achievable. Of course, for someone like him who engages in financial operations, long-term holding wasn't necessary. After all, he could double his investments with short-term leverage and achieve profits of 10 times. He didn't need to buy much Matai. A small investment was enough for some fun. He only wanted Yang Fong to give it a try, as a way to inform him of a money-making opportunity. While they chatted and ate, discussing buying villas, He was also very happy. She already had a luxury apartment in Hong Kong that Qin Fei had given her. Now, she wanted to help her family buy another one in Beijing and Shenzhen. She could earn enough on her own. Buying luxury villas in Beijing and Shenzhen was not an issue. After finishing the meal, her agent called to inform Yang Yi about the schedule for shooting the commercial, which made her very happy. She agreed immediately, got ready, and was directly picked up by her agent. Although her aunt was still a bit worried about her being taken advantage of, Qin Fei calmly reassured her, "Don't worry. Annie, I've arranged for 2 female assistants and an agent for EE. Our company has also hired some bodyguards. No one would dare to do anything. Indeed, stars from Hong Kong are not easily provoked in mainland China. The 2 entertainment circles are different, and there are no big stars in mainland China that can compare to those from Hong Kong. Anyone who wants to bully Yang, he would be going against the Hong Kong entertainment industry. No one has the guts to do that." Only then did Qin Fei feel at ease handing Yang Yi over to the company, instructing the agent and assistants to take good care of her and meet all her needs. After Yang Yi left, he finally had the opportunity to message Zhao Liying and arrange a place to meet. Inside the Hilton 5-star hotel, Qin Fei knocked on the door. As soon as the door opened, Zhao Liying greeted him with a warm hug. The sudden embrace caught him off guard. After a passionate kiss, looking at her blushing face, Qin Fei raised his hand and touched her beautiful face, smiling. "What is wrong? Have you missed me after just a few days?" Zhao Liying hugged him and nestled against him, softly saying, "That young baby, is she your girlfriend? She really is a big star in Hong Kong now, and her fame is great. After collaborating with Lu Tianwang, her reputation has spread in mainland China." It was evident that Zhao Liying was a bit jealous of Yang Yi, knowing that the relationship between Yang Yi and Qin Fei was not simple. Her tone had a hint of melancholy, prompting Qin Fei to hold her face and seriously say, "You need to believe in yourself. Your talent is comparable. I've arranged for you to star in a movie, which is an art film. Director Zhang De is filming, and he asked me to invest. I fully funded this art film, and I've decided to let you be the female lead." Zhao Liying's eyes lit up, and she became very excited. Her face was full of smiles. "Really? Wow, an art film by director Zhang De. Thank you, Brother Qin, you are so good to me." After saying that, she spontaneously hugged him and gave him another kiss. Qin Fei smiled and held her tightly, grinning. "How do you plan to thank me?" Zhao Liying licked her red lips and gave him a flirtatious glance. Everything was self-evident. This girl had a certain charm when she took the initiative. Zhao Liying expressed her gratitude to him, and by the end, she was exhausted in his arms, drawing circles with her finger while looking at him. Zhao Liying was full of admiration. "Brother Qin, I like you. I will prove that I like you more than that young baby, love you more than she does. I am willing to do anything for you. She can help your company make money, and I can too. I am not afraid of hard work. I will definitely do my best for this movie." This was clearly an intention to compete with Yang Yi. She knew that Yang Yi held a significant position in Qin Fei's heart. Therefore, she wanted to seize that position, not thinking she was much worse than Yang Yi. Now that she had Qin Fei support for director Zhang Da's film, she had to seize the time to practice her acting skills. She graduated from an art school and performed in several plays. With her acting foundation, she was not much worse than Yang Yi. As long as she worked hard to reach the same level as Yang Yi, surpassing her was also possible. Qin Fei really liked her fighting spirit. Now, with two big stars in the company making money for him, the competition between the two women was getting fiercer. His company would earn even more. As he stroked Zhao Liying's back, he realized he was a bit of a scoundrel. No, this was not scoundrel behavior at all. In fact, even if he wanted to break up with Zhao Liying or Yang Yi, neither of them would agree. They might cry and try to keep him. This was originally a mutual affection situation. How could it be scoundrel behavior? Considering that he could help Zhao Liying invest in a film and assist her in becoming a big star, many girls would want such an opportunity, but wouldn't have it. He was indeed a good boyfriend. Smiling, Qin Fei felt quite pleased with himself and continued to teach her various things about relationships. Looking at the originally innocent Zhao Liying being guided, he felt a sense of accomplishment. Now, having come to the mainland, there were quite a few things to handle. Chapter 50. North Deep Business Gathering. A phone call came in, and the CEO of Penguin Company contacted him again, happily sharing some news. Mr. Qin, our Penguin Company has been developing quite well recently. The number of online players for our games has reached a new high. That little game you mentioned last time, the Landlord game, has attracted so many players. We're really shining in the gaming industry. Indeed, Penguin Games is absolutely one of the top players in mainland China. In the future, it will be a global gaming giant. Its money-making ability is unmatched. You think Penguin Games isn't profitable? That's just funny. Penguin Games is truly the most profitable game out there. Even a small game like Landlord makes an incredible amount of money. This company has developed into a global sensation. Investment reports from Penguin Games have made Qin Fei very satisfied, and he smiled, saying, "That's great. When the time comes, we can take advantage of Penguin Games' momentum to go public in Hong Kong, and we can achieve even higher stock prices." Upon hearing about the IPO, Old Ma became even more excited, but couldn't help but bring up another matter. "Mr. Qin, we have a business event here and would like to invite you to join us. Do you have time?" Qin Fei didn't understand what a business event was, as there were business events in mainland China. "Oh, what kind of event?" Old Ma began to explain. "It's like this. We invite some capable people from our internal circle to participate. It's basically an investment meeting. Mr. Qin, you're a special invitee. I've talked to the people in the circle, and everyone is eager to meet you. Investors from Hong Kong and many capable capitalists from the mainland all wanted to introduce themselves to Qin Fei. That's how they reached out to Old Ma to invite Qin Fei to attend." Qin Fei thought for a moment, glanced at Zhao Liying beside him, and since Yang Yi was still filming an advertisement, he could only take Zhao Liying along. He nodded and readily agreed. "Sure. Please arrange it for me and let me know the location. I will attend." The other party happily agreed and sent him the address. He received the address, playfully patted Zhao Liying's shapely backside, and said with a smile, "Come with me to an event." Zhao Liying's eyes lit up, and she immediately jumped up to get ready. She affectionately leaned against him. "Boss, what kind of event is it?" "Hee, is it some nice business event?" This girl was indeed very clever. Qin Fei laughed. "Yes, a business investment event. My investment company has been operating for quite a while now, and so far, I've only invested in Penguin Company. I want to invest in other industries as well." Hearing Qin Fei's words, Zhao Liying leaned in closer, her face full of admiration. "Boss, your investment in Penguin is impressive. Their chat software is now the #1 trending app. They're also developing a video chat feature called VX, which will be even more popular when it comes out. Indeed, the two chat software developed by Penguin are incomparable and unbeatable. Investing in this company can yield returns of over 100 times. Zhao Liying genuinely admired him. Just this one company was enough for Qin Fei to become a powerful capitalist in the mainland. Many big entrepreneurs would have to show him respect. Qin Fei's net worth was now over 10 billion Hong Kong dollars, and many entrepreneurs in the mainland would be eager to curry favor with him. This business event was actually organized for Qin Fei, inviting the wealthy from Hong Kong to join, and many mainland investors wanted the opportunity to interact with the rich tycoons from Hong Kong. Zhao Liying drove her BMW to the Tianshang Runjian Clubhouse. The clubhouse was still very luxurious. In the mainland, the salary level wasn't high, with waiters earning around 3,000 RMB. Zhao Liang took out